Not only is Jason Aldean's new single, Try That in a Small Town, having a polarizing effect on music listeners, but artists themselves are now engaging in heated arguments over the new song. The two artists that publicly traded blow for blow on social media recently over Try That in a Small Town is Owen and Jason Isbell. What appeared to have sparked the exchange was this tweet that you see here, which was posted by Jason Isbell, where he calls out Jason Aldean. He writes, "Dare Aldean to write his next single himself. That's what we try in my small town." Owen eventually caught wind of the tweet from Isbell, in which he reshared Jason's tweet and replied, "Jason, you're always the first to get behind your keyboard and spout off with this stupid shit. In my small town, you just walk up to the guy and be a man to his face if you want the smoke, not tweet it at him. Tough guy." Jason then responded back to Jake's tweet by posting, "Okay, here you go, Jason Aldean. I'm challenging you to write a song yourself, all alone. If you're a recording artist, make some art. I want to hear it." Now, in the midst of the argument between the two, a Twitter user then chimed in and challenged Jake in his initial tweet, asking, "Then why didn't you walk up to him," speaking of Jason Isbell there, "and say this to his face?" Owen then reshared the question and answered, "Oh, I have. I hit him up directly on his phone. Last time, he said some silly nonsense like this. He knows." The back and forth between the two continued to build as Isbell then tweeted out more, calling out Aldean again, saying, "Seriously, how do you defend the content of a song you weren't in the room for? You just got it from your producer. If you'd been there when it was written, you'd be listed as a writer. We all know how this works." Now, Isbell's next tweet was a response to Owen's initial tweet, where Isbell reshared Jake's tweet and wrote, "What really gets me about this is that it's saying if you don't believe you can physically overpower me, you aren't allowed to publicly disagree with me. What does that say to the people in your life who aren't big, strong boys? They just have to shut up?" And still entertaining Owen's initial tweet, Isbell ended it by sharing another Twitter user's post that read, "I will fight anyone Jason Isbell wants me to in his stead. A small price to pay for his amazing music. He doesn't want this, but I'm saying I'll do it. Not a fucking problem." And as you can see here right there above that post, Isbell then writes, "I've found a qualified champion." Now, after the exchange between Jake and Jason, Owen turned back to his Twitter, where he clarified what he meant initially and apologized for that initial response. Owen wrote, "I've spent my entire career trying to promote positivity at my shows, off the stage, wherever I am. I don't like division or hate. That's why I responded to the previous tweet. Being crass, I replied because I was offended by Jason Isbell's insinuation that if you don't write your own songs, you're less than or not a real artist. I've had a record deal for almost 20 years. I feel deep down that I am a good writer. I've written a lot of songs and recorded many of them. I'm just a fan of songs. I don't need to write everything in order to prove to myself or anyone that I'm a real artist. If it wasn't for incredible songwriters, I know for a fact I wouldn't have had the career I have had. I'm forever grateful for the many songwriters that have thought I was worthy enough to record their song, their idea. I bet George Jones was grateful for Bobby Braddock and Curly Putman for a song called He Stopped Loving Her Today. I bet Jason Isbell is grateful Morgan Wallen recorded his song Cover Me Up. I am a Jason Isbell fan. Always have been. I understand his takes on things can be polarizing. I chime in when I feel like there's a low blow being thrown. The write your own songs dagger cuts me deep because I think that is the wrong way to encourage artists trying to make it. And quite frankly, Jason Isbell has a large voice. He is respected. I know I've made a great living and have been fortunate enough to support my family, not because I am better than anyone. I'm lucky. And I've just tried to record the best songs that I love. I think most artists do that. I came in hot on the conversation because I'm passionate about it. I listen to Jason Isbell and Jason Aldean. In retrospect, I should have clarified from the jump, but my human emotions got in the way. I'm sure some won't see my point, but this is my attempt at clarity. So guys, let us know your take on this down below in the comments. While much has really taken place surrounding Jason Aldean's new song, it did in fact find its way to number 1 on both the all-genre iTunes chart as well as the US iTunes chart. Again, let us know y'all's take down below, and as always, thank y'all for tuning in.